back to discuss recent developments. As previously mentioned, the trade involving a player joining the Dallas team is now officially confirmed. This information doesn't come solely from our own sources, but is also being reported by highly respected insiders. The details of the transaction have been disclosed, and it's certain that this player is now part of the Dallas roster. We'll explore the upsides, the potential drawbacks, and the significance of his major acquisition, arguably the team's most impactful move in years. If you had the chance to watch our earlier content posted in the morning, thank you for tuning in. Now that everything is official, I'll connect this discussion to the earlier one, which may not have garnered as much attention. We appreciate your continued support as we've been working day and night on this story. The official trade details indicate that the player's former team will receive a 3rd-round pick and a 6th-round pick in return. Meanwhile, Dallas acquires the player along with a 7th-round pick. No specific draft year has been confirmed, but it's reasonable to assume these pertain to the upcoming NFL draft. It's particularly notable that a 3rd-round pick is being sent this time instead of a 4th, which would have raised questions. This trade has quickly become a major talking point around the team, especially after it initially seemed to fade from view during the draft before resurfacing and culminating in this finalized agreement. Dallas also seems poised to gain some additional 6th-round picks, which is a noteworthy advantage. However, uncertainty remains around the exact nature of the 7th-round pick. It's essential to revisit these points to bring closure to this. Players transfer to Dallas in exchange for the pick swap involving the 3rd and 6th rounds. The team should gain some bonus 6th-round picks, so keep that in mind. As for the 7th-round pick involving this player, there are still details to be clarified, though it's likely to result in some compensatory movement. It might amount to a minor swap between a 6th and 7th-round pick, probably not too significant, and it looks like a top 90 pick will head to the player's former team in exchange. We'll assess the pros and cons of this decision, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on both. Grade the trade from A to F. Your opinions may be featured in the pinned comments. If an ad shows up during this video, consider it a sign to take a quick break. Now, let's look at our positives. The biggest one is that the team finally addressed its need for a second wide receiver. At least for this year, there's no need to bring in a previous placeholder or attempt to force another player into a system where they don't fit. The team believes it has landed the best available option in terms of raw talent. When at his best, this player has the upside to be a high-end receiver, a young, immensely talented athlete with the physical strength to dominate. While he doesn't mirror a past superstar, his play style is reminiscent of a receiver who hasn't played in years, dating back to the peak of another iconic player's career. He can't be fairly compared to today's wideouts, who are quite different stylistically. This new addition brings a deep threat, vertical explosiveness, and red zone presence, a physical element that's been lacking for quite some time. The team hasn't had a player of this caliber in years, and the previous starter never filled that mold. This athlete is a souped-up version of another tall, athletic receiver, showing off elite-level tools. Still, there are reasons why he was available, but from an on-field production standpoint, this was the best option out there. It's also worth mentioning that signing another big-name receiver was never in the cards. Another previously rumored target was reportedly never a real option either. The receiver who ran a 4.47 second 40-yard dash displays impressive athleticism. Still, the downsides are important to recognize. His availability in the trade market says a lot, but purely from a performance standpoint, he stands as a solid acquisition. Pursuing another top-tier receiver turned out to be unrealistic, and other possibilities were off the table. In his draft class, he was one of the standout prospects. While off-field concerns will be covered shortly, it's already clear that the receiving core just got better. They've added a playmaker capable of making real contributions, which is never easy. There are still some questions about the overall optimism surrounding the receiver group. Adding a true third option is a big development, and several players will factor into the equation. It's apparent that the unit has been upgraded. This brings up the matter of trust. How confident are you in this receiver group on a scale from 1 to 10? Some concerns have emerged about whether this player fits the culture promoted by the organization. He has long been known for his trash talk, often entertaining but occasionally over the top. On-field behavior issues came up during the draft process, and his former team opted to move on from him, indicating their lack of interest in continuing that relationship. Reports mentioned repeated lateness to meetings and even to games, leading to fines. These behavioral patterns raise a legitimate question about the team's willingness to commit to him long term. It may be that the team views this as a test run, and in the worst case scenario, they'll recoup a compensatory pick down the line. His habit of showing up late to games casts serious doubt on the team's investment plans. This acquisition may serve as a trial period to see how things unfold. There were reported tensions between him and his prior team, and it's been said that he didn't have a strong connection with the coaching staff. It's fair to argue that if a player struggles under a highly regarded coach, expecting improvement under new leadership could be unrealistic, especially given the precedent set by other receivers who came from that same environment. However, this new offensive system might offer significantly more surrounding talent than he's had in recent years. He now has the chance to work with the best quarterback he's ever played alongside, though that bar was admittedly low. Managing him properly will be critical to the team's success. Ideally, the coaching staff is aligned with this move, and a strong locker room leader will help smooth the transition. His character concerns don't relate to legal issues, but there are still professional concerns that warrant discussion. These issues fuel speculation about why he was even available. There are multiple viewpoints on that, and the trade sparks plenty of curiosity among fans. In that context, a third-round pick feels like fair value. The team may have hoped to give up a lower pick, but that didn't materialize. A second-round pick was never on the table. A future third-rounder feels like a fair deal all around. While some fans of his previous team may have expected a second rounder, in return, that simply wasn't going to happen. The third round compensation lands between a fourth, which would have been acceptable, and a fifth, which would have been a steal. From a value standpoint, it seems fans were hoping for a second round pick. Personally, I never supported giving up that much. A third rounder is a fair compromise when compared to a fourth. Though, ideally, I would have preferred a fifth if the circumstances had been unusually favorable. I do believe this is the right price, even though it comes with risk. Still, there's potential for a strong return. I'd grade this trade at least a B, if not higher. It's a solid deal for a meaningful player. Now, I wonder how the team will handle a contract extension for another receiver who could demand a hefty salary. I'm skeptical they'll want to commit $60 to $65 million to two wideouts, even with a rising cap. They haven't yet paid a certain player, leaving some cap flexibility. I'm not against this idea, but I do think the front office might wait to see how the season plays out before making any firm commitments. I also don't think a third rounder necessarily justifies a deal that might later be seen as a burden, especially when previous trades have involved fourth round picks for starting caliber players. So, I remain cautiously optimistic. Is this an overly aggressive move? There is certainly a high risk element, but this is precisely the type of receiver they needed. Interestingly, both players we've discussed share the same agent. There's also a recent update about a pick swap from 2011 involving 6th and 7th rounders, hinting that some future pick changes might still be on the table. We're all processing this in real time. So when it comes to trade compensation, I'll go with the report that references a 6 to 7 swap, since conflicting reports have emerged. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Rumors have recently surfaced suggesting that NFL legend Emmitt Smith may be going through a difficult period in his personal life. Though no official statement has been released by Smith or his representatives, several sources close to the former Dallas Cowboys running back have hinted at mounting personal and financial challenges. The situation, still largely shrouded in mystery, has sparked concern among fans and former teammates alike, many of whom regard Smith not only as a football icon, but also as a respected public figure off the field. Emmitt Smith, widely regarded as one of the greatest running backs in NFL history, holds the all-time rushing record with 18,355 yards. His career spanned 15 seasons, primarily with the Cowboys, during which he secured 3 Super Bowl titles and earned induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Beyond his athletic achievements, Smith built a name for himself in broadcasting, business ventures, and philanthropic work, remaining in the public eye long after his retirement. However, recent murmurs suggest that Smith may be facing difficulties that are beginning to take a toll on both his public appearances and business engagements. Friends have noted that he has been more withdrawn than usual, and his social media activity, once lively with motivational posts and updates on his endeavors, has notably decreased. While the nature of his alleged troubles remains unclear, speculation ranges from financial strains in the wake of business downturns to possible issues related to his personal relationships. Fans have taken to social media to express their support, offering messages of encouragement and hope. Stay strong, Emmitt. You're a fighter on and off the field. Read one post that has since gone viral. Former teammates, too, have echoed sentiments of solidarity, emphasizing the brotherhood and enduring support within the football community. Until official confirmation is provided, all remains in the realm of speculation. Still, the thought of a beloved sports hero confronting hardship resonates deeply with the public, serving as a reminder that even those who once seemed invincible under stadium lights are not immune to life's challenges. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.